Hello, everyone, and welcome back to First Listen. My name is John Garcia here, as always, with HardcoreKeem. We are here with DC Grinders No Mas. Gentlemen, how you guys doing today? Congrats on the new album.
Thanks, man.
Yo, good looks.
Yeah, welcome to the show. You know the drill. We're going to sit and listen to all 20 minutes of your guys' brand new album. We'll be asking you questions along the way. You guys will be listening to it with us. Just real quick before we get shit started, how was this experience for y'all? I know that there was a lot of shit going on the last couple of years, and I'm sure, no doubt, that shaped the way that the album came out. But yeah, what was your experience recording this album?
It was a very, very, very long process. Like we started writing in 2019.
Yeah.
And we were touring so much back then that like we weren't getting a lot done. When the pandemic hit and everyone went into lockdown, we just all worked on this like every single day. And so it took us about a year and a half to write it, and then we went and recorded it in June of last year.
Oh wow.
And it's just now coming out because of the press backups and everything. So wow. It's been a long.
Yeah, and I know that print backups and all of that has been. We've talked to I don't know how many bands on the show, Keem, that have been like, yeah, we've had shit going since like almost. I think we had one band who was like, yeah, we started writing at the end of 2018 or something like that. They didn't release anything till last year. It's fucking crazy.
It's
It put a halt on a lot of things.
Oh yeah.
100%. Well, let's go ahead and do this. It's a shorter album, as is tradition with a grind release. Since a lot of times, like Keem, we usually talk over the songs and ask questions and everything like that. I think what we'll do, since y'all will be able to hear everything this time, is that if we get to an end of the song, you guys are still talking or want to say something, we'll actually do the unthinkable and pause in between songs so that we don't miss anything out. Because like literally, in the time that I'm speaking right now, we just listened to like 4 songs.
Basically.
Actually, we matured a little bit. There's a couple 2-minute songs on there.
Holy shit! I
actually had someone say that to me today. They were like, "Yo, there's some long songs on here," and I was like,
well, I haven't actually. Before we get into it, I do have a question because as you guys are writing, and especially with your like other EPs or demos or anything like that, I don't know how many other like different style of bands that you guys have been in or like what your writing background is, but when you're writing like a 90-second song versus like a 4.5-minute song, do you personally find it harder or easier to do that?
It's harder to do it the right way. There's a lot of bands that will just have really short songs and you can tell they just threw them together.
Yeah.
But it's kind of hard to say a lot in a small amount of time. But I mean, mostly for us, it's like we don't like to have filler. All killer, no filler. That's why there's a lot of like killer bands and killer songs with like really, really long songs, and we can get bored with it. So
yeah,
all the stuff that we like in a tiny little package.
Yeah, and I think that's huge too, because like I know at least like in writing or anything like that, right, trying to make a shorter story sometimes is a lot harder than if you're trying to do something in like 2,000, 5,000 words or something like that. So as I've been listening to this album today, I was just curious on it because, as we'll hear in a little bit, you guys are right, there's no fucking filler on this album at all.
That's good.
All right, guys, let's get ready to do it. Keem, are you ready to break some shit?
Let's do it. Ready.
All right, I'm just going to hit play on this, everybody. Let me know how the levels are. Yeah. Let me know how you guys are hearing everything, and we'll get this going. This is No Mas with their album Consume, Deny, Repent on First Listen. All right. Y'all can hear that, right?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Fuck yeah.
Can you guys hear it?
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
The two-step.
Let's go, Keem. I'm ready. What's up, Taming? What's up, Dactyl? What's up, Mazda, Triceratops, Joe? The game is all here. Taming in the chat says, slow start. Longest song on the album right here, everybody. Make sure to grab your drinks and a blanket. We're gonna be here for a while, a whole 2 minutes. Fuck yeah. And we're off and running, everybody. When time allows, guys, I'm curious how you guys started playing together and started your journey on this earth with No Mas.
Me and our drummer were in.
Oh, sorry, you guys cut out. Can you say it one more time?
I think what happened is the audio takes over like them talking.
Oh, does it? All right. Well, I'll pause it. In
we'll just wait for
13
after the song.
seconds. Yeah, I'll pause it in 13 seconds. What the fuck? All right. Sorry about that, guys. Please tell us, how did you guys start playing together? You mentioned that you guys were playing in bands before.
Me and the drummer were in the like death metal, more techie type stuff.
Mm.
Work together, and we would ride around all day, like listening to stuff. And we were like listening to Wormrot, Magruder Grind, Nails, and stuff like that. And we were like, I think Henry actually was just like, let's just start a band like this so we can get drunk and play, and we don't have to think anymore. Like, hey, I know a singer, and it just. So we kind of started the band so that we could like be lazy, but then like we started like bringing back our old habits of overthinking things.
Yeah.
So really hard again.
Yeah.
Funny how that works, right? Like, let's do something to like chill out for a little while. The next thing that you know, here you are.
Yeah, I think the only thing that we took away from that whole thing is just keep the songs short, and then we just kind of just went back to more death metal, thrash metal stuff.
Fuck yeah. Well, that being said, let's get back into the music. This is actually Trevor from the Black Dahlia Murder, who does a couple of shows with us on another Twitch stream that we do, was the one who actually introduced me to y'all. And this was the first song that he played. And since then, I was like, well, that's it. I need this in my life right now. Y'all, this is Exile by No Mas. What a hell of an intro to this band right here. What the fuck? Henry, you're a madman.
Man.
Yeah, Lurk in the chat so far says mas no mas, please. I think you mean mas no mas por favor, Lurk. Come on, get with it. 97 Maz, our moderator, says, I have nice time. Fuck yeah. Let's
I
keep
know
going.
there's a fight every show to your guys' set. I know there has to be.
Every time we play Virginia Beach, there's a fight.
This
So-
music is just, man.
That sounds on par for Virginia.
you
Beach,
gotta
honestly.
hit something. You know, you just gotta go crazy.
Usually it's pretty wild.
That's amazing. That's amazing. That's
Dactyls,
like
subscribe for 6 months. Sorry, Keem, I did not mean
You good,
to
you
cut
good.
you off, but we got to shout out Dactyls. Thank you, man, for
Shout out
subscribing again.
Dactyls. But yeah, it's like when people pinning, that's like the ultimate, like, we did good. You know what I mean? Because you could be in the back, but if the music can make you move, man, that's like the ultimate compliment. That's amazing, man. Yeah, this is, I'm getting heated right now.
I'm trying to stretch it out for you, Keem, so that we're not over and done with. It was like, this also, like a lot of good grind albums, like so easy to spin over and over and over again because of like how quick it is. It can just be like, well, we're gonna make a full album in half the time and then spin it twice as many times.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of surprises on this one too, though. So
100%.
it's not just full.
Yeah. You'll really see all of our influences through.
We're gonna break out into a chorus.
we're gonna get some like some lo-fi hip-hop beats at the end
Right.
of it just to throw everybody off. Let's keep going. This is another single from y'all. This is called Interrogation, another prog one. This is another 2-minute song.
This
Rock.
Oh, I'm sorry, say that one more time.
is the Slayer song.
Fuck yeah.
Oof.
We wrote it.
The way it switches up, like you never stay in one spot for too long. I fucking love it. Whoa, let's go! That's gonna go off so fucking huge. My God. Let's do 2 more. Since you have a sub 1 minute song after this, we'll do 2 more, then I'll ask you guys another question. mentioned this a lot, where there's some riffs that just make me want to take like a fucking hanging skeleton like you see in a science class and just like swing it around my head like it's a goddamn lasso. Like that was one of them. We'll do this one and then I'll pause it so that you guys can get a word in. Woo! 41 fucking seconds. Like, if you didn't believe them when they said that there's no fucking filler on this album, good lord. Real quick, I'm obviously having an amazing time, but I know that you guys, when you recorded this album, it was produced by Taylor Young, who's done some incredible bands like Regional Justice Center and Drain and Judiciary and a bunch of other fucking incredible heavy-ass bands. What did he bring to this album that maybe you guys didn't have the last couple of releases that you guys did?
He was our referee.
Oh, yeah. As far as like the fights and everything like that?
No, he just I don't know, you want to take that one, Henry?
Yeah, sure. All right.
What's
so
up,
Taylor, so in the past and when we recorded, like we were the big judges on that was the take. But man, Taylor really put us through the ringer. Like, even when we thought that was the take, it was not the take. Yeah. You know? Like,
it was more about him getting the best, like, possible performance out of us.
And he was right.
So, but yeah, he's also our manager. So he's pretty invested in the band as well. He really wanted to make it really good.
I love that. I actually didn't know that he managed y'all, so that's amazing to hear.
Yep.
Fuck yeah. Then real quick before we get back into this, I have two short questions for you, and then Keem, please pop in if you've got anything else going on, or just tell me to shut the fuck up so we can get to more music. Guitar tone, like how the fuck are you guys, like what is your philosophy on like the tone that you guys have? Because it literally is like if you dial up that chainsaw buzz sound attack and then put it through even more overdrive, like that's what I'm hearing in my ears right now.
Just Mesa Boogie.
Oh yeah.
I used like a triple rectifier preamp. And I used a modded Marshall JMP and a Mesa Boogie 50 caliber. All three of them are layered together.
Hell yeah.
So just a little bit of boost. You know, honestly, not that much. It's just like mostly amp tone with like a little bit of a boost.
Yeah, and it's not like muddy or anything like that, which I think is great. Like it's very, very like, I mean, it's heavy, but it's clear. You can make out everything that's going on in the instrument as well.
I'm pretty particular about that. Like, I want like the riffs. I want them to be hurt, tight, and like I'm very picky about like how tight the picking is. Mm-hmm. Like I try to make it like percussive as possible. And I pick really, really hard, so that also a little bit.
Henry's nodding in the background there. Like, hell yeah, this guy breaks picks like I break drumsticks.
I do wear out picks after we play the set one time and picks are all off at the end.
I started caring because of that.
I like break like the heavier picks like in half, and they'll be like all rounded off at the end of just us playing like.
That's sick. That's sick.
Crazy.
That is crazy.
All right, everybody. Let's get back to the music. More riffs that you can break a pick to. As especially of that part right there, a moderator says, I would quite happily have my head knocked off my body at a Math No Mas show. Yeah, let him go! What up, Mind Decay Productions? Nice to see you. We're about halfway through this album. Love that ride right there. Most of that is because we're getting old, Lurk, but I know exactly what you mean. It's almost like black metal right here.
Right, that riff is crazy.
Yeah, Pete, there you go. Tamik in the chat was also like black metal times. All right. I gotta ask, Roger. I'm curious, man. Are you the main lyricist in the band, or just
The
like,
main
what? So I'm curious as far, like, we talked about this at the onset, right? The pandemic had shaped all of our lives the past couple of years and everything like that, and y'all have been like very like I feel like I don't know if outspoken would be the right word for it, but y'all definitely get into some heavy topics and some important topics in your music. I'm curious on like how the past couple of years shaped the lyrics, the lyrical approach of this album, if at all, and what do you want, what do you want to convey? What were you aiming to convey this time around?
So the album, the writing process, because we had started writing some of the songs before the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, I feel like we had a more of a concise idea. That has changed over time. Obviously, like you just explained, everything going on through. After the pandemic, it became more of just like writing about what we were going through at the time, like our hardships and whatever we were going, life, if you will. You just like your personal life. And my writing style has always been like purposely a little vague. So listeners can make their own interpretation. It leaves space for them. And even if you can't relate to what I'm saying, maybe you can relate to some of the words that I'm using. I can't really say after the pandemic, I really had a like all I wanted to do was stay true to what we originally were doing prior. And when we first started this band, the first thing I said to myself was, we gotta have like kind of like a motto, a mantra, like there's some kind of foundation to like why we're even doing this. And if I'm gonna convey anything, I guess it would be that. And it's we're against all forms of injustices. We want to bring awareness to mental health and the separation of church and state.
Fuck
So,
yeah.
you know, hence the blasphemy, and hence the vulnerable topics, hence the topics, you know.
Yeah, I think that's fucking admirable as shit. And the last question I have before we get back into the music is, how do you decide whether a song is going to be in Spanish or English? Because I think I heard a little bit of Spanish throughout this album, at least, and like other stuff as well. And then, of course, you look at the titles, and a lot of them are in Spanish.
It's a feeling. So I'm fully driven by emotion. I would say I'm very passionate. I would say all of us are very passionate.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we're in the zone, it's like I'm not even on stage. I feel like I evolve. So I do the same thing with my writing. Like whatever I feel, whatever we feel, whatever we're going through, I feel like that's the best way to put out the most real music, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man.
Feeling. Like when you say something in Spanish and then you say it in English, it sometimes they don't even carry the same energy. So whatever is gonna convey the message of that song, if I'm writing about feeling like I'm a victim of something, whatever is gonna sound more vulnerable, more, like getting rid of something or destroying something. It's like that's gonna be the most aggressive. And like that's my switch back and forth. Yeah. I'm fortunate to have that. I couldn't imagine writing music in one language. I'm so quick to be like, if I hit a brick wall, I'm like, okay, can I get through this in another language?
Yeah, I fucking love that,
That's
man.
awesome.
Yeah, I fucking love that. Hell yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
that's
Cheers,
awesome.
dude. Cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's get back into the music, everybody. This
That's
is
awesome,
called
man.
The Fusio. Holy shit, I literally looked down for 2 seconds and Roger turned into Henry. Like, I didn't even see him switch. When a song starts with those on the hi-hat, you know shit's about to get fucking real. Henry, I got questions for you next. Good fucking night. All right, one more, and then we'll pause it. And then we'll, after we repause it, or unpause it again, we'll just go to the straight end of the album. Henry, man, this is a very vague and open-ended question, but we can go a couple of places with this. But what is your like philosophy or approach to attacking the drums? Just like if so, like how would you describe yourself as a drummer?
Oh, well, all right. You know, I do whatever it is that I can to do absolute justice to the music, and it hurts sometimes. you know, like that obviously like this stuff is very fatiguing. It's very tiring. But you know, I can't let these guys down. You know, like I can't let them, like it has to be. It has to be a certain way, and so I just do it, man. I just do it.
Yeah, exactly right.
You just
right,
do it.
Vague question, right? So I guess getting into a little bit more specifics, right, is like listening to you and Jon play off each other, right? And as far as like the riffs that go, it's not just like, oh, the riff changes, so I'm gonna do a different drum thing, right? There is a lot of that in it, but there also, I hear you doing different stuff over a riff that might be like 15 seconds long, but repeats a couple of times, and you're doing something different every bar. Kind of how has that chemistry between y'all grown over the years?
So both of us come from separate but kind of like the same type of technical backgrounds, and like I don't know, like we like this is extreme metal. It's ADD shit, you know, like. Like we don't like repetition so much, you know. So like we gotta, you know,
Quick, fun, and tight. That's how it should be.
Yeah, and Jon, when you're talking about like playing with other drummers and stuff like that, what's one thing that Henry's got that you don't necessarily see in a lot of other drummers that you've played with?
Yeah, balls.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot of really great drummers out there who like blast really fast and everything like that, but then if they go into like somewhat of a groove riff, it sounds very like stale. Able to be technical and fast, super on point, but then when he breaks into like a breakdown, it's got a lot of movement and a lot of feeling, and that's something I think we grew up listening to Dynasty and Kevin.
Yeah,
and
big shout out. Tally.
Yeah.
So that he's got the Kevin Talley thing where he's able to have that movement in between technical and like groovy.
Yeah, and we've heard that already, where just like, you know, you're kind of getting one of the euphemisms I always like is you're in an industrial washing machine and like a cinder block, right? You're kind of getting spun around like that. It's going everywhere. But when you break into that two-step, Keem, like we heard earlier in the album, right? You're just like, well, this is it. I'm ready to go. And then I love that always keeping the listener on their feet.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Fuck yeah. Last thing that I've got, Henry Tamink in the chat said that he's got some serious beard envy going on right now. And when you first came in onto the screen, I didn't see the Misery shirt, right? Because your beard was blocking it. I literally thought that you were wearing a shirt that just said Henry, because from my end I just saw the H and the RY at the end. I was like, hey, this dude's wearing a shirt with his name on it. Fuck yeah.
That's funny. Misery Index.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
That's it. That's everything about our band right here.
Repping the local hero.
Death metal, baby.
Fuck yeah. All right, everybody.
That's
Let's get
awesome.
into the end. We have 3 more songs left, and I'm just letting it play, everybody. Last little bit of this album, Consume, Deny, Repent. Here's Rabia, Police Brutality, and Hypothermia. Yeah, I agree with that, Mazza. What amazing thing I'll say about this album, John, specifically about the guitars, man. You make me want to grab a guitar and start like playing along with this. It just sounds like so much fucking fun. Some of these riffs, dude. Yo, what's up, Costas? Nice to see you in the chat. I'm just finishing up this album by DC grindcore band No Mas right now. Like there's halftime with blast beats in it somewhere. What the fuck? Costa says, great music to go to sleep to.
Hey, that's tough.
Yeah, like right. Just want to get a sledgehammer and destroy the entire inside of my house. There you go, everybody. We've got one more song left for you today. This is the last one, Hypothermia. Yes, Costas. No Moss is canine approved. I'm sure your neighbors will love you as well. I love how on the last track of the album you guys are still doing shit that you haven't heard in this album before. guys got me with that false ending the first time. I know it's only like a beat and a half, but I was like, yeah, great. Oh shit. Oh my fucking god. Key, what do you got to say? What you
This
got?
album is a workout. This album is a workout. I like how you mentioned before that they don't stick to a part too long, and they don't like they break down. Boom, we're getting right back into a two-step. Boom, we're getting right back into a riff. The crowd's getting a workout in themselves, man. It's just crazy. Yeah, this album. Yeah. I love this album a lot.
But we don't write long songs.
Oh yeah, not at all. There's no bridges. There's no choruses. You guys just get on. It's just straight to it. And I like how there's a lot of the songs have like lyrics that get like crowd involvement. Like I see people grabbing the mic, screaming the lyrics back at you. I'm like, yeah, this is one of those bands. This is definitely one of those bands. Say that one more time.
The fight riffs are our choruses.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
We were
like that's like the money shot of the song is like the groovy parts, the catchy parts.
It's also really it's a really special feeling, having extremely harsh vocals in two different languages and still seeing people grab the mic,
Yeah.
Right. Oh, that's amazing.
Spanish trying to sing along. It's awesome.
Oh man, that's awesome, man.
Love that, by the way. Like, it's like I know you don't know Spanish, but I love that you're trying.
Right, like it's the effort. Dude, amazing.
Yeah. Y'all, fucking no mas, repent. I'm sorry, no, consume, deny, repent. I almost got it backwards. Like I can't. Like I'm just like shook right now. My brains are a scrambled mess after all of that. Mazza has the link for the album in the chat, everybody. It came out today via closed casket activities. Before we go, Mazza had a nice question in the chat, and I know you guys can plug some stuff that you got coming up later this month and this summer. Mazza wants to know UK dates when?
We have no overseas dates at this time.
Bring us out, baby.
Yeah, take us on tour.
But
you heard it, Mazza.
We have our record release show next Friday, May 6th at the Meat Locker in New Jersey. And then July, we're doing a tour with 50 SpaceX. And then in August, we've got a really cool tour plan, but we can't talk about it.
Well, we'll wait. We're waiting with bated breath on that, Keem. I hope to see you at one of those shows.
Going crazy.
California?
No, in Florida.
You guys...
I'm in Nashville, Tennessee.
Shout out to Suck.
Well, whenever we're in y'all's town, come out.
Oh,
absolutely, man.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Oh, definitely.
Are you guys in bands?
Nah, not anymore. I gave up that dream like a decade and a half ago.
I'm in the Browning.
Rock out, bro.
He's right though.
Fuck yeah, to wrap us up, everybody, I have one like philosophical question, I guess, and then one I don't know, just kind of bullshit question to end. The philosophical one is one that I ask every artist that comes through here, and Roger, we kind of touched on this a little bit, but what do y'all want people to take away from this album when they listen to it?
I think we should all answer that.
Yeah, we would all probably have different answers.
I love it. Yeah, let's hear it.
I want people to know that they're not alone. Like, we all go through it, and someone's going through it too. Like, we can all be helping each other get through it. We don't have to like sink each other. Like, you're not alone. For real. If you're in a dark place, the light, it exists. I'm telling you, bro.
Fuck yeah.
Henry.
My answer is, if you're about it, give yourself to it, 100%.
I guess all I gotta say is, you don't have to tune low to be heavy.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yes, fucking positive vibes, heavy vibes all the way through. Last one, this is a matter of opinion or not. I'm curious, guys, what differentiates an EP between a full album? In your opinion?
I don't know. We thought that our Raised Amal release was an album,
Yeah.
But it was not long.
yeah, and everybody was like, "No, that's an EP." We were like, "Well, shit, we wrote it as an album." Basic, kind of, I don't know, whatever, call it whatever you want.
That's where I go, guys. You know, like Regional Justice Center, we were talking about them. Their album from last year was fucking 13 minutes long, right? Cult of Luna released an EP that was like 50 minutes long a couple of years ago. None of this shit matters. Just listen to music, everybody. That's what I gotta say.
Personally, I feel like if there's at least 10 tracks on it, then it's probably an album.
There you go.
If it's 10 tracks that aren't like covers or live, or you know what I mean, like if it's 10 original tracks,
Oh, that's Metallica.
even if it's short, then it's an album. So by that, I consider Raised Amal our first album, but everybody thinks that Consume Deny Repent is our first album. So that we don't have a first album, I guess.
You guys were born before you guys were born, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, we just record stuff and let people say what they want.
There you go. John, I'll be the bad guy for him. I'll say, you know what? No, fucking Raised Them All is a fucking album. You fucking, like, whoever you are. Well, I'll get you back.
Normalize calling Rais the motherfucker.
Yeah,
Normalize.
That is an album. We call it an album, so
It's an album. There you
And then
go.
it's an album. Done. All right. I'm going to have some words with the guys over at Metal Archives then, because they've still got it listed as an EP.
fuck it.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to hang out with Keem and I, guys. The album's fucking fantastic. Went over amazing in the chat. We're going to be getting a lot of spins of it over the next couple of months, I imagine. And hey, maybe we'll be talking about this album again towards the end of the year. I don't know. Maybe.
Hit us up whenever.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Are you guys hockey fans at all? I know you're in the DC area.
I used to live next door to a Caps player.
Go Cats!
Which one?
Oh, this was back in the 90s. His name was Brendan Witt.
I know Brendan Witt. He was a first-round overall pick, I believe, after a little while.
So,
Wait, he lived in Boo?
yeah, he lived right next door to me. He had two Great Danes, and like they were so cool. I was like 5, 6 years old. He was the man.
Yeah.
Dude, that's wild.
My mom was a realtor, and she sold him a house. And she moved him out of there.
I hope the commission was real nice on that one.
Oh yeah.
All right. Anyway, I was asking, I'm a diehard Caps fan, my friends. I grew up outside, I grew up in Northern Virginia, so let's fucking do it. Go Caps! All right, guys. I had to work that in. Y'all, No Mas, Consume, Deny, Repent is available now via closed casket activities. It's in the chat. Roger, John, Henry, thank you so much for joining us today. You guys celebrate, enjoy. Releasing an album is a hell of an accomplishment. Congratulations, my dudes.
Thanks, guys, for having us.
Yeah, no problem, guys. All right, everybody. Keem, anything that you want to plug before we go?
Go spin the album.
There you go. I will say spin the album as well. Okay,
Spin the
everybody,
album.
we will be back next week. Go listen to No Mas, and we'll see